All right, welcome to module 3. So this is the module you've all been waiting for. This is where we finally get to work with AI and build our app. Before we do so, I've prepared some things that I want to show you guys. So first of all, Cursor. If you've done everything right and everything went well, you've got Cursor open, you've just finished setting up all of the stuff that we need, like all of the accounts. It was a pretty intensive one, I know. Now, if you face any problems along the way, be sure to just share it in the Telegram group and we'll make sure to get you sorted out as soon as possible. So before we get started with building the app itself, let's go quickly over Cursor, because there's a few things, the basics, that I want you to understand before we even touch anything else. So first of all, let's go through everything that we're seeing on the screen right now. So all the way to the left here, we've got all these files, right? And these are all the files that are currently within the starter kit. And also every other file that you will be creating with AI, don't worry about it, will be shown up in here. These are just folders on your computer, and this is what the app consists of, okay? That's all you need to know. You're probably seeing something like this. You're not seeing the stuff on the right side. My apologies. What you need to do is if you're on a Mac, you can click Command L and it will show up. And if you're on Windows, I think it's Control L and it should show up. And if not, you can just go to View and search for Chat, and then it will open up. This is where we will be interacting with AI, okay? So we've got a few things going on here. We've got Chat, we've got Composer, or we've got Bug Finder. So we've also got a second chat and Copilot edits. We can ignore that. I can literally click on hide. There we go. You can ignore it. First things first, we've got Chat. And Chat is as it says, right? It is going to allow us to ask questions about the code base, about all the files, about everything that's inside our app. Then we've got Composer. Composer is basically a chat on steroids. It has access to actually write files. It has access to run commands. It has access to do a lot of things, right? It has access to act like actually a developer. So this is what we'll be using to do everything for us. We can simply just say like, hey, do this, and it will start doing that, okay? Then we've got Bug Finder. You can simply ignore this for now, okay? It's just there. You can ignore it for now, and you can keep it there. All the way down here, we've got also a few things going on. And if you don't see this at the moment, you see something like this, rest assured, you can just go to Terminal right here and click on New Terminal. And it will open up a new terminal. What is a terminal? A terminal is simply what we've been working in the last episodes, right? Where we set up and installed everything. It's basically the command center, right? It's like interacting with your computer, but then with code and letters, I guess, instead of a UI as we're used to. So instead of clicking, it's typing. Just like we have on our computer, we also have the same terminal within this code space. So Cursor allows us to basically have all the tools we need to interact with the application that we're building, to view the full application, including all the files, to edit the files and save the files, and of course test the files. The terminal we'll be using a lot. Don't worry about it. We've got a lot of AI tools prepared to actually use it in a way that is no code. Then in here, we've got output. You can ignore that, just forget it. We've got debug console. You can ignore that as well, and ports as well. Now, as you can see, I have problems right here. You probably have problems right here. So what you can do is you can just simply move it into here. I like to work this way. You probably have problems in here. That's totally fine as well. But problems is just like it states. It's going to show us all the problems that AI might potentially create. And therefore AI will recognize like, hey, oh shit, we've got problems in here. Let's solve it as well. So now you got your basic understanding of what we're looking at, right? If you go to the top right corner, you can click on Open Cursor Settings, and this will open up the settings of Cursor. In here, we can do a lot of things. The first interesting thing we have is the rules for AI. So here we can basically set rules for every prompt that we'll give to AI. Right, so I've got some stuff that I tested with myself, like always respond in English, always read all relevant files to get full context, blah, 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 blah. I'll make sure that you can just copy and paste this down below. Other than that, you can just copy my settings. So just make sure this is checked. You can go to models. You can disable all of the models and only enable Cloud 3.5 Sonnet. For now, we'll be using Cloud 3.5. It's the AI model that I've been using to build all of this stuff out, including the whole Crafter starter kit and the Crafter app. We can experiment with other AI models in the Telegram and of course in the future courses as well. Now you can leave this all off. You can ignore that stuff. Then you can go to features and just copy my settings in here as well. You can just pause the video, I'll just slowly scroll down and just copy everything that you see in there, okay? So make sure that this checkbox is checked, this is in there. Like just copy all of this, okay? If this is not saying synced on your screen, you should just click resync index. This is going to inject AI with all the files that we have in our code base. And so it got an understanding of the app that we've got, the app that we're building, and it will be able to give more accurate responses and actually write code for us in a way that is actually working, right? Then in here, just for your information, you can add like a lot of documentation stuff. We're not going to do that today. All the way down, I just want you to copy these settings as well. Then we can go to beta. Oh well, if you were not seeing bug finder, yeah, it's in here. That's all for the cursor settings. Now let's move to the final part that I want you to understand in cursor. And that is the terminal. So as I said earlier, we'll be using this a lot. We'll be using this to basically give commands to do certain things. Now, instead of learning all these commands, which take you probably weeks to do so, and every developer was doing so in the early days, we just got a feature in Cursor, which you can open up with Command K on Mac or Control K on Windows. And this will allow you to give instructions to Cursor, and the Cursor AI will actually recognize it and turn it into a command. For example, let's say we want to reset all of the stuff that we've done. We want to reset it in a way that reverts to the latest update that we've shipped within our app. We simply tell it that, right? So we just say like, hey, I want to reset everything to the latest thing that I pushed to GitHub, whatever. You can just click enter, and then it will literally just write the command for you, right? It's git fetch origin and then git reset hard to the latest thing that we've committed. So I just want you to know that yes, this is what actual coders use as well, but we can interact with it in a way that is just purely AI and purely our natural language. So that's pretty cool. Now that we've got that out of the way, I want to show you one more thing. If you go to env.env, it's a file that you should see on your left side, you will come up in here, and here you will find every little thing that you've set up earlier during the setup, okay? And why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because if you, for example, skip the intercom integration and you want to still integrate it later on, right? So let's say you're finished with building the whole application and you want to add intercom later on, I want you to understand that you can do all of that in the env file. You create an intercom account, you go to API settings, you copy that API key, and you just paste it in here. Okay, as simple as that. And if you do that, you can do Command S and it will save the file. Now you've got everything covered within Cursor. You know all the basics. There's one more thing that's very important, because before you start making changes with AI in the code, you want to make sure that you have checkpoints. Because the truth is, AI is not always super accurate. So there will be some back and forth play. For example, you want to add a new feature on a page and you ask AI to do it, but it does it in a way that is not exactly like you want it. And instead of prompting like, no, I want it to do this way, and AI struggling to get it that way because it is building on something that is wrong, you want to maybe just reset the whole thing. But the problem is, if you reset the whole thing, all of the other stuff that you've built will get reset as well. And that is why after every little change that we do, every little feature, we push it to GitHub. That is why you created the GitHub account. So let me just show you. If you go to your GitHub account, you should see something showing up in your repositories. So if you go to your repositories, you should see your new project created in there. So this is the project that we are looking at, right? I called it Crafter Demo. Now in here, you've got commits. And commits are just basically like a little update. So there are, for example, 76 updates made to this starter kit, right? And we can see all of this, like all the updates that have been done, we can see it in here. So what we are going to do is every time we add a new feature, we basically save all the files and we push it to GitHub. This is a commit that we've made. And let's say we were busy with something else and the code broke. We could go back to this checkpoint, right? So every commit is a new checkpoint. So it might be a little too much information to process right now, but just stick with me here. So every time we change something, we save it online. And so if everything else fucks up, we just go back to that latest version online. As easily as said as that, there are certain commands that you actually need to learn to do that. However, I've made a little tool within this starter kit that makes it even easier for you to do that stuff. And all you need to do for that let's say you've now built your feature, right? You've got the code, AI has written it, and you've tested it, it's great. You go to your terminal and you type in pnpm git, okay? Once you do that, it will open the crafter git helper. And so this will actually just show you exactly what I just told you. We've got 1, the option to save our changes. We've got 2, the options to push it to GitHub. We've got 3, pull our latest changes. And 5, exit. So again, let's say we finished some feature, right? We can type in pnpm git and we can then say like, hey, we want to save our changes. So I'll type in 1 and click on enter. And it will then ask me for a description of the changes that I've made. So let's say it is a new feature, basic updates. I don't know, it's just random shit. I click enter and that's it. It's saved, okay? Now, it's not pushed to our GitHub account yet. It's now saved on our computer. And once you've done this, you can just click on the arrow up. If you do the arrow up, it will go to your latest command. As you can see, it shows me pnpm git again. So again, if you're building with AI, it's very easy. You just do arrow up, you do enter, you do 1, and you do your changes, and that's it, right? So again, we do arrow up, pnpm git, and we say 2. We want to push it to GitHub. Boom. It's going to push to GitHub. As easy as that, it's done. So no need to learn any commands in here. The only command you will need to learn is pnpm git, okay? Write it down somewhere, it's as easy as that. And if we go back to GitHub, as you can see, it is saved, right? So you see like 1 minute ago, you can see feature basic updates. So we can easily go back to that feature. Now it's time to actually get started with building the application. What you would normally do is you would just type in anything that you would want in here. I've got a little application that is actually more fun. You can download it down below as well. It's named Whisperflow. And what this allows us to do is to speak to our computer and an AI will process whatever we are saying and convert it to text. So I will show you in a minute, but we will actually start building our whole application with our voice, which is pretty sick. So you can get it below. Once it's installed, you can just select whatever key on your keyboard you want to activate it. For me, it's option. And as you can see, yeah, it just immediately converts it. All right, so let's get started with building the stuff. Let me just open up the actual plan that we built in the first module. So first of all, what we want to do is we want to have a basic authentication. Okay, check. We want a little onboarding. So here the user will get some questions and whatever. We then want the dashboard, basic settings and billing, Stripe, and then some features in there. Okay, so let's start with the beginning. We want to start with the authentication. We actually got basic authentication straight out of the box with the starter kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type in pnpm run dev. And what this will do, this will open up the application for us on our computer. So as you can see, I can just go here to localhost 3000. It will open up on our browser. And in here, we can just immediately see like, okay, we've got our basic authentication, right? You could redesign it a bit. We could say like, hey, let's go back to AI. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to switch to agent mode. Just click on here. And then we could say like, let's just quickly see the name. The name is FitGenius AI. Please rebrand the authentication page, so the login page, to our new name, which will be FitGenius AI, and just redesign it a bit in a more playful way. Okay, let's just let it do its thing and see what it comes up with. So as you can see, Composer is basically doing multiple things at once. Instead of just giving you like, hey, copy and paste this like ChatGPT or whatever would do, it is actually going into the code, searching the files and updating every little single file that is needed to achieve whatever you want to do, okay? So it's even updating the forgot password form. Let's see. All right, so it has made several changes. What we can do is we can just go back to the browser. And as you can see, it has rebranded it in a way that I pretty much like. So we're good to go. Now let's see the forgot password page as well. Okay, pretty clean. So as you can see, just one command, or at least like one voice command. And as easy as that, it works. So the first thing I see is the sign-in page doesn't work, or the sign-in redirect doesn't work. So I'm going to immediately say like, hey, please fix the back to sign-in redirect in the forgot to password page, because it seems to redirect to home. It should of course redirect to the login page. Okay, it's now fixing it. Boom, and it should have fixed it. So if I click on here, okay, click on here and it goes back to the right place. So it's easy as that. You fix any bug that you find. Okay, pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and click on accept all. And once we've done that, it has changed the files, and as easy as that, it's done. So again, remember what I said earlier. The first thing we need to do is make sure that we save our progress to GitHub. What you can do is you can go to terminal, new terminal. It will open up a second terminal. So this terminal, just to make it as easy as possible, we'll be using to push things to GitHub. So remember, the command is pm git. Click on enter, click on 1, and I'm going to say like updated the login page, right? And then I'm going to push it with 2. There we go. Okay, so for some reason, we are getting an error when I'm logging in with Google. So same here, we're just going to copy and paste whatever is showing in here, because everything will be shown in here. Copy, paste. Hey, I'm getting an error when I'm logging in with Google. Please try and fix it. Okay, so it has made some changes and it says to run a command. So let me just ask it to run it for us. There we go. All working. All right, as easy as that. So as you can see, it's just an active way of working, right? So every time there's an issue, we will see it in the terminal or on the left side in problems. And since we're using AI, you can just literally copy and paste whatever the issue is. Just copy and paste these logs. It's called logs. So you just select it, copy it, paste it in there, and just tell it to fix it. As easy as that is, it has just fixed the problem, okay? This is our basic design, right? This is the basic application that we get out of the box. So the first thing we have now, let me just show you, is we finished this little authentication screen. So if we go back to the planning, the authentication just means sign up and log in. We can mark this as live now. This is pretty much done. Okay, so the next first thing we want to do is we want to build an onboarding. Actually, we can mark setup development environment already as done as well. We've done that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, first of all, tell it like, hey, all right, so now that we've got everything covered in terms of authentication, users can log in. I want to make sure that we've got a little onboarding flow for users that they get asked questions in about, for example, their weight and some other fitness information we'll be using in the future. What we're doing here is we're building an application that is going to provide users with personalized, with AI, workout plans and actually going to help them achieve their goals. So just give me a little plan and just come up with a little onboarding that is nice, right? In the same style, high end, like maybe other fitness apps. Do it. So let's see what it comes up with. It has come up with a little plan and it's going to immediately implement it. Let's see what it comes up with. So as you can see, it's immediately doing also the backend stuff. So since we've got everything integrated in terms of the database stuff as well, let me just show you. So we've got our database in here, that's Neon, right? And database is basically a spreadsheet. It has got all the data that we need to run our application. And it's also going to allow us to save future information. For example, if we're going to have onboarding and we're going to ask the user some questions, we want to save it somewhere. And so we need to save it in the database. It does it all for us. So it's actually going to immediately create the new items in the database. As you can see here, pretty cool. It's now generating the onboarding. This might be Chinese for you, but it's totally fine. It's just doing its thing and we can test in a minute if it all works. Okay, so it's saying something like, if we do this, all the data in the database will be lost. Well, we are developing and it doesn't really make shit. So yeah, let's do yes. All right, so it says, okay, I've added the user flow, whatever. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's just see what it has come up with. Let's see what it does. It does nothing. Okay, let's log out again and tell it. Hey, I tried creating a new account with another Google account and it is not redirecting me to any onboarding page. And I also see some problems on the left side. So just fix it, whatever is going on. Okay, so it fixed the changes. Now, I still do see 2 errors in here. And I can tell you now already, I exactly know what these errors are. These are errors because we updated the database, but the code is still using the old database. Like it's thinking from the state of the old database. So to fix this, all we need to do, and it's a little weird, is we need to just close Cursor and open it up again. I've now reopened it. And as you can see, the problems are gone. It's pretty fucking weird. But every time you make a change to the database, so every time you see AI do something with Prisma, you just gotta reopen it if you see errors in there. As easy as that. So let me do again, pnpm run dev to start up our application. And let's see what it did. Let's just go to /admin. This will give us the admin dashboard of our application. which you've seen in the last module as well. As you can see, the free users that we've just registered are created. Let me just quickly delete these. So this way we're totally sure that once I log in, it's a totally new user. Sick. Okay, now it works. So it's a really basic page. So let's just go ahead and say like, all right, I'm on the onboarding page right now. It's basically ugly. So just make it look more clean, make it look more high end like other fitness apps have as well. And let's see what it does. So, okay, well, that's a good start. So as you can see, it's as easy as that. We'll just go back and forth, back and forth. All right, made some changes. It's okay. You can go ahead and change it as much as you'd like, but this will do. So the first thing is it asks for a fitness goal. So let's say we want to build muscle. Click on next. It asks me for my kilogram. Well, I'm actually pretty light. I'm like 65. I'm 178. I'm 22. Next. Fitness, let's say we're intermediate. Next. Where do you prefer to work out? At the gym, how many times per week? So it's pretty sick already, right? With just a few prompts, pretty sick. So let's say I want to work out 5 times per week. And let's say I want to do 90 minutes per session. Okay, cool. Let's go to the database and actually see if it has saved stuff. User fitness profile. There we go. Okay, so all seems good. We have all the information in here, which is pretty sick. So that's a good start. We can go ahead and do that to live or in review, whatever you would like. So we've got onboarding live now. And the next thing we would like is a dashboard. And let's see. So the first thing I would like is I would like to change the whole sidebar. So let me just make a screenshot. Please update the logo to either something else or just do the letter F. What else do we want? We want to delete all of this stuff. So let me just remove these, like all of this. Just only keep the dashboard for now. All right, so it has done it. It has removed all the other items. I don't really like how it's placed. So let me just quickly say like, I don't really like how the dashboard item is positioned in the app sidebar. Please just make it look professional. All right, perfect. This is much better. Now let's start with the dashboard stuff. I just want something basic so we can visualize what we're actually building. Please build a basic dashboard for the application that we're building. So again, if you don't remember, we are building a personalized AI fitness application that is going to provide the user with personalized workout programs based on their data, right? So just make a basic dashboard. Make sure it looks very cool. It looks high end. It looks like competitors, other fitness apps, maybe a little playful. And yeah, you can look at the authentication screen, the login screen that we made earlier to get the colors and whatever. But yeah, just make it a little playful. There we go. Another cool thing to see is that these are a lot of sentences, right? A lot of words. And we just literally converted them with our voice within a few seconds, which is pretty cool. All right, let's see. Oh, okay, sick. This is pretty clean. But let's make sure that it shows the sidebar because it looks like it has removed it. Okay, it looks very, very fucking clean. However, I don't see the app sidebar anymore. So it looks like you removed it. Please make sure we have a sidebar. Maybe you can redesign it a bit if you want to, like to match it with the dashboard that you've built. But make sure it is present. All right. Perfect. So it has, again, put back the dashboard there, which is pretty cool. So now we've got a basic dashboard and we've got a basic design, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so now we got a little draft of our dashboard. So let me just put that one into review. Now we got settings and billings as well, but I know that we actually got the billing pre-built. It's in here. So what we can do is we can just say like, hey, please redesign the billing page so it matches the playful design the rest of the app will have. We can do that for the billing page. And then we also got account page, which basically is account settings. This is all pre-built. So I think we can just redesign it a bit and then we can call it a day for billing and settings. Okay, so while it's doing it, let me just do one thing that I said at the beginning of the video, and that's actually saving these changes. So what I want to do is just feature and then say like dashboard, draft, and billing page. Okay, and I'm just going to push it already. So if we fuck up anywhere, we can easily go back. Okay, let's see what it did with the billing page. There we go. Awesome, fucking awesome. Okay, so let's say we want to change the subscription to $29.99 instead. Please also change the pricing that we'll have for the application to $29.99. Okay, so as easy as that, it has built the billing page. Fucking amazing. Now let's please redesign the settings page so the account settings as well in the same playful design that matches the rest of the app. Okay, it changed it to $29.99. Let's see what it did with the settings page. Still working on it. Let's wait. So this is how we code these days, boys. This is how we build applications. This is how we build $1,000,000 applications. We just sit back and just think and just tell it what to do. It's fucking amazing. All right, perfect. Well, it's a little update, but this is already much better. So now we've got our dashboard. We've got the account settings. We've got our billing page. So that's fucking amazing. Let's go back in here and let's just say this is in review as well. Then Stripe checkout, we'll just move that to the next episode. We'll just make sure that we first have all the basic designs, okay? The basic pages, the whole flow. So next up, we'll be actually making like the workout tracker and all of this other stuff. What I'll do is I'll just screenshot this and I'll put it in there. And I'll tell it to, I'll literally tell it to follow this plan, okay? All right, so now we want the AI plan generation stuff. So I want you to create a new page, add it to the sidebar as well. So it's under the dashboard item and call it like AI plan or something. And then we want to use OpenAI. We've got OpenAI in this code-based starter kit already. So you can use that straight out of the box. I want to make sure that the user is there, so able to view their maybe current data that we filled in the onboarding, maybe change it or update it a bit, make sure that the data is accurate, and then use that data with AI to actually generate a workout, okay? So generate like a workout plan, generate a whatever. Just look at the screenshot, that is the plan. Please just set it up and make sure it's a high-end design, make sure to look maybe at up competitors and make it look very fucking clean like the rest of the app. Let's click enter and see what it does. All right, so it's making a lot of pages and a lot of things. It's actually going to integrate the functionality as well, I think. So let's see what it gets. So whatever your app idea is, as you can see, it's as easy as this. You just gotta visualize it a bit, like, hey, I want to have this, and you can use the Crafter planning tool for that. And once you've got that, you basically got everything, right? You just tell AI, like, hey, this is the idea. I want you to execute on it. And the most important thing that you do along the way is you just break it down in small steps, right? So I ask it to create a new page, add it to the sidebar as an item, and then now just create the AI thing, but it will probably not do it accurately like we want. Let's see. But if you have like a specific thing in your head, you just tell it and it will design it for you. It will think it out for you, which is fucking amazing, okay? So you can easily ship ideas within weekend time. And aside of that, just a little idea is enough, right? You don't have to think about the specifics if you don't want to. You just tell it your idea. So, all right, one thing to note while it's generating still, if you see any of these errors, they're telling you like cannot find the module. So if you see import, blah, 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 and then just like some weird red lines in here, it could be that AI is fixing it. For example, this means that this file cannot be found. And maybe it has already created that file, but it doesn't automatically get updated, at least on my computer. So if this happens to you, the first thing you would need to try is just copy that line, delete it, wait until like it's gone, and then paste it again. And as you can see, AI apparently created the file already and it immediately found it. So it's a little weird thing, probably the same here. Let's do it, delete it, paste again. There you go. And then the problem is solved. Fucking weird, but yeah, the more you know. Anyway, it has completed. So let's fucking see what it got. It has created a new AI plan in here. Let's click on it, see what happens. Okay, AI workout generator. Your fitness profile, build muscle. Okay, so here's the data. And then you click on generate plan. And then what happens? Does it already work? Okay. Let's just quickly go back and tell like, okay. Oh. It generated something. What the fuck? Yeah, I just saw some. Ah, okay. So it generated like the plan in here, which is pretty basic, but at least it generated it. So that's sick already. You can copy it, I guess. Okay, copy it. Yup, you can copy it. Okay, sick. Anyway, it's not what we want, right? This is not what we want. So it's nice that it generates it, but it's not exactly what we want. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it, hey, please redesign the whole generation page. I don't really like the stuff. It needs to feel more high-end. So please redesign it to be more high-end. Maybe look at other competitors. Yeah. And of course, playful, but high-end. Needs to be quality. Let's just ask it to redesign it real quick. And then the second thing I'm going to ask already, I know it already, is that it will show the response in maybe blocks, like an actual plan, right? Like maybe a calendar, something like that. So instead of just showing it in the form of text, it needs to show it in the actual workout plan. You see how fun this is, bro? This is fucking, you just talk to a computer screen and it gives you what you want. There's nothing better than this. Perfect. All right, so this looks already a bit better. It's not exactly like I would like it, but we can fine tune it in the next module. Hey, listen, it generates a response, but it gives it in text. I want you to ask ChatGPT to provide the answer in a way that we can actually show it in the form of a workout plan. I was thinking maybe make a week workout plan, and then we actually show it in a visual way, right? So not text, maybe a calendar, maybe blocks, like whatever it is, but it needs to be a workout plan, okay? So yeah, just do that. Reload. Yeah, that works. Okay, so sometimes if you got errors, you just do Control-C and then it will stop the server. Then you do pnpm run dev again. All right, let's see. Oh, this is fucking amazing already. So it generated it in the form of, fucking amazing. So generated in the form of every day. And we've got a rest day here, Sunday, nothing there. And then it basically just gave us the exercises we need to do. And here we see form tips, progression. Oh, fucking amazing. Okay, awesome. So this already, as you can see, we've built this in fucking, like an hour. And we literally told it to build it for us. So that's fucking amazing. Of course, the whole design and the flow and stuff, we'll cover it in the next module. We'll fine tune it there, we'll test it and make sure that everything is working exactly as we want. But this is already a great start. So let's go in here, in review, profile setup, in review, workout plan generated, in review. Now the second thing we want to do is we want to add a workout tracker. So let's just tell it. Okay, fucking amazing. Now please create a new page, which is going to be a workout tracker. So the workout that is generated, we need to save it in the database. And then in the workout tracker, the user will be able to actually track the progress and actually like maybe check off the workouts for every day. So yeah, please do it. Make sure it's high end, make sure it's again, quality standards, blah, blah, blah. All right, so it did a lot of stuff. But if I come back here, I just refresh. I don't see anything on the left here yet. So, okay, great, whatever you've done, but please make sure it's a separate page and it's in the app sidebar as well, because I don't see anything there. It has added it to the workout tracker. However, what I did notice is when I click on it, I get redirected to the AI workout generator, probably because there are no current workouts. So I just asked it like, hey, I can't seem to visit the workout tracker plan. Like maybe because there are no workouts, and now it's going to update the behavior so that we can visit it. Yeah, fucking perfect. This is fucking amazing. Okay, so yeah, let's just generate a new workout plan then. Crafting your perfect workout plan. Bro, as you can see, it's fucking amazing. I just keep getting amazed by how fucking amazing it is to build an application this way. Let's just patiently wait until it generates a workout and we'll be able to see it, hopefully, in the workout tracker. All right, it generated a new plan. Let's see if we go to workout tracker, it still doesn't show up. Refresh it. Okay, so I generated a new workout, but it doesn't seem to save or show up when I go to workout tracker. So I think there's something going wrong there. So when a new AI workout plan is generated, of course, it needs to save it and show it in the workout tracker so we can actually track it. So please review this stuff. So that's the funny thing. Like, AI makes mistakes still. It's not that perfect yet, but it can just fix itself, right? So that's incredibly helpful. All right, so it made some changes. I clicked on generate workout plan again. I'm not pushing everything to GitHub as of now because I somehow know what's going on, but I would recommend you to push just as much as possible whenever something's working, so that you can always go back to a working version if something breaks, okay? So let's just see what happens. Okay, so it generated it now, which is great, but did it actually show up in here? Oh yeah, it actually does. Oh, that's fucking crazy, bro. Holy fuck. Oh shit. Okay, so this is interesting. So Wednesday, there's nothing. I don't know why, but probably because it was a rest day or something. And if I go to the 30th, we can see these workouts here. I click on marks complete and nothing is happening. So that's one thing we need to fix. But this is already amazing. So we have a calendar in here and we can see every day as a workout. So let's just tell it. Amazing. For some reason, the workout mark is complete functionality is not working though. So maybe just improve the user experience on this page. Make it actual functional. Just think out of the perspective of the user. Like they would probably want to mark it as done and then also, yeah, just save the progress. Fucking fix it. I also see some stuff going on in here. Let me just copy and paste this without even looking at it. All right, perfect. So it made some improvements and let's see what it did. Let me just reload it. Let's go to a, oh, fucking amazing, bro. Wow. Okay, so if I click on it, nothing happens. Let's reload it again. Ooh, that's weird. Oh, okay, so it updates it, but it doesn't update it real time. When I reload, it shows it. So let's just tell it. Okay, so when I click, it indeed updates it, but it doesn't show immediately in the app as updated. Only when I refresh. Let's make sure it shows it immediately. Amazing. So it has actually already made some improvements in the UI as well. We can see the overall progress in here. It's working. And we can see when a workout is totally completed, it will tell it in there as well. Oh, we can see the completed workouts in here as well. Total workouts 7, days per week 5, weeks ago. Some basic data there. That's pretty good. Impressive. All right, so now it should show it immediately. Let's see. Yep, it does. All right, look at that, boys. Fucking amazing, bro. Fucking amazing. Okay, perfect. To the crafter app and mark this as in review. Workout tracker in review for now. We'll optimize everything in the next module the way that we want and like actually make the user experience as smoothly as possible and test everything. So that's why I'm putting it on review right now. All right, so the last one is analytics. So, all right, perfect. Everything is working as we want. Now, the last thing we want to add is a new page called analytics or something. And I want you to add it in the sidebar as well. And this page needs to show all the analytics for the user, okay? So here the user will be able to get insights about their workouts, their progress, and their goal they initially set. So yeah, just do something like that. And also make sure it's of course high quality, like a good design. The same way you designed the workout tracker, I want it to be in a similar way. All right, guys, so I created a page. Let's see, let's go back to the app. Analytics. Oh, we've got settings here suddenly as well. Oh, fuck. That's fucking crazy, bro. Wow. Let me reload. Okay, so it's glitching a bit. So let me just screenshot this. All right, perfect. All right, so as you can see, it's not totally perfect in terms of AI prompting, but at the end of the day, we've built this whole application already, like the basics and most of the functionality within an hour. Just over an hour. So that's fucking amazing. So let's go back to the crafter progress and let's put this to in review and this to in review as well. Or actually, we don't have adaptive plan updates with AI yet. So let's just put it on draft and then we'll go over that in the next module. So I've achieved most of the stuff that I wanted to achieve in this module. I wanted to give you mainly an insight of how to use Cursor and all of the tools that we're using as of now, including the voice editor, to build your to build the application you have in your head. And before I continue, don't forget, you need to make this a habit. I'm going to type in pnpm git, and I'm going to say like feature basic application design and functionality. I'm going to push it immediately. All right, so now we've saved all of the progress. Now again, my main goal was to get you familiar with working with Cursor and getting your idea to actual reality. As you can see, it actually already built functionality in here. Oh, what I can see in here as well is that it fucking deleted the AI planning tab. Let's just fucking ask it to edit back. Hey, I see you deleted the AI plan generation page from the app sidebar. Just add it back. And as you can see, it does the designing stuff for you as well. Instead of needing to design it somewhere in Figma or in whatever, you can just ask AI like, hey, listen, this is the idea. I need you to make sure that the design is high end, and I need you to make sure that it's playful and stuff like that, right? Look at competitors, and of course it can't really look at competitors, but the quality of the generation is so much better. So for example, I'm not totally satisfied with the design we have in here, and we gotta make it more consistent with the rest. But we can do that in the next video. And there we will actually go through the whole flow. So make sure the onboarding is working. We'll make sure that we'll test everything. We'll do some monkey testing. So make sure that, like, are there any bugs in there we need to fix? Like, making sure that everything works. And then we'll also put it all together with the Stripe checkout and the AI suggestions or whatever it was for the tracker as well. So AI can maybe give tips along the way, right, when you're working out, whatever, right? God knows. Anyway, I hope you fucking enjoyed this video and found this one valuable. Whatever your idea is, you can bring it to life within an hour. And of course, it will be very basic. Maybe there are some bugs. It's not totally like you want it, but the Crafter Starter Kit includes everything you will need and everything AI needs in terms of context to generate it for you. So if you got any questions, make sure to just ask it in the Telegram. I'm going to be available and make sure that we help you out as soon as possible to bring your idea to life as well. And this is fucking amazing. So I see you guys in the next one.